Hi and hello, my name is Judita and I'm a knitter. I'm a knitter since the last October, so I'm still at the beginning of this journey with knitting, but I promised to myself last year when I first time reached for the needles that if after 1 year it will be still a joy for me, then I will record this podcast in English, because one of the reasons is that when I started this journey, when I started to knit, I was watching other vlogs of the amazing knitters that done so beautiful sweaters, and they did everything so beautiful, so perfect. The patterns were so complicated, they were colorful work, and after watching all of this, I was like, I would be never able to do this. I was doubting myself, so I promised to myself that if I, after 1 year, will be better in this, what makes me joy and brings me happiness, if I will be better in this, I will try to tell about this to other people. And already I'm recording podcast in my own language, which is Polish. But I decided that I want to do this in English, and this was a promise to myself after 1 year of knitting. So in today's vlog, I will tell you about the 3 sweaters that were very important to me as a knitter, and I did them, or I'm making them, actually. It's like this. Yeah, I probably at this point you already know that English is not my language. I'm from Poland, and I hope it's not going to be very difficult or hard for you to listen how I speak, and some of you might find this podcast enjoying. I hope so. Yeah, let's jump into these sweaters. Oh, I should introduce myself also, right? Yeah, I think. Okay, so my name is Judita. I live in Poland. I live in south of Poland with my fiancé and our 2 cats. And I'm a photographer. So during the summer months, I didn't have any time to knit because of my job. And now when the evenings are a little bit longer, I have the time to knit. And I learned how to knit when I was a child, but that was a long time ago, and all I did maybe was some kind of scarf, yeah, it's scarf, that were, the edges were folding inside, so it was not like nothing that you could wear. I think it wasn't like this. And for so many years I didn't find that the knitting is something that I have time for, or something that is enjoying. I was so wrong. But, sometimes you just have to find the right time to do something new or do something else. So the 3 sweaters that made a big difference in my life. So this is already number 1, and I will show you the videos of this sweater also, because this is my first sweater. Yes, this is my first sweater I ever did, and this is after so many years of knowing only how to knit and purl. I found a free pattern on the Garden Studio, and I found a similar sweater to this, and I decided that this is my time and this is something I really want to do. So it is done from the Bruges alpaca silk of Drops. In the color Ecru. I think it's 01 or 02 number, but every single thing I remember I will put down below in this description box. It was done on the 4.5 millimeters needle, and it was done by 4 pieces, like the front panel, the back panel, and the sleeves, and then you should sew it together. I make a lot of mistakes in this sweater. Basically, when I started in October knitting this sweater, it was like, I know how to knit, I know how to purl, I know how to cast on and maybe bind off, but in the very easy way. And I decided I want to do this sweater. Let's see what I can do. And I did the front panel, I did the back panel. It was quite easy because it was only the you knit one row and you purl another one, so it's back and forth. It was easy. When the part of decreasing came, it wasn't so easy, but I managed somehow to do this, and the panels of the back and front were done. They're not even, but they were okay. But then there was the sleeves, and the sleeves is also like one panel, and there was a lot of decreasing and my stitches were not equal. The tension was different, and yeah, it was hard, but somehow I did this sweater and I sew it together. And of course I've got a big mistake because on the end, on the right side, yeah, I need to see. Yeah, so I made a lot of mistakes on the left side of the sweater. The front panel is shorter, but on the right side of the sweater, the front panel is longer than the back panel. So you really have to watch carefully to see this, but this is something I know. Okay, so after, when you sew it together, you do the neckline, and the neckline is done by doing it bigger and then folding it in half. So I think I didn't done much great job, but I know that after wearing it, it was like, you know, bigger and bigger, and maybe I should put some elastic strand inside, but I never did this, and I wear it like this. Really early sweater, but I feel like this, like it weighs nothing. It's really airy, and I really love this sweater. So if I can name the sweater, this is the sweater of joy, because I pick up the stitches, I reach for the needles, pick up the stitches, and it was like, yeah, I can do this. It's fun, it's joy. It's, even if there was a lot of frustration because I had big troubles of reading the pattern and of finding how to decrease on the, you know, on left side, or how to decrease on right side. What does it mean? Yeah, I did this and I am wearing it still. So it took me like 2 months or 3 months. Now it's October, November and December, because I finished this sweater 1 day before Christmas Eve or 2 days before Christmas Eve, something like this. Yeah, but it is done, and it is a sweater of joy and of me finding new passion, and it was a fun, and this sweater is wearable, and I'm proud of this. Okay, so this was the first sweater. I started doing this in October. I finished it on December, so it was nearly 3 months of doing this easy sweater. And I'm gonna jump into the second one. I finished this September. Yeah, it was September, I think. I finished this one in this September, and it's not like the second sweater, because on the road from the December last year till now, there was a lot of sweaters. Maybe not a lot, but there was a few. There was a lot of mistakes also, like a lot. But I know right now that this is the only way that you can improve. This is the only way you can do something better, when you start doing something. And I can call it practice. Because when you practice more, the stitches are more even, you learn new technique. I'm going to show you the second very important sweater to me right now. I'm back with the second sweater that is very important to me, and this is No Frills by Petite Knit. And I can call this sweater like the sweater of believing myself. Because during the time when I did the first one and I did this one, there was a lot of mistakes, of frogging, and of doubting myself, because I still find the joy knitting. It's a new passion. It's my new love. This is something I can do, like maybe not all the time, but this is something I want to do in my free time, and I want it in the evenings. This is something that is really fun for me. But I was doing the things and I wasn't wear them. Maybe I wear some of them, but most of the things I've done, I frog. And it was the moment when I wasn't happy about myself, and I wasn't happy about the things I am doing and how I'm spending my free time knitting, and there's nothing because I had to frog something. And it was hard. There was one really hard moment, but after this I decided that okay, I'm gonna do another one and let's see what's going to happen. On my Ravelry page, the No Frill sweater by Petite Knit was already in library. It was waiting for the perfect moment because I thought it's gonna be so hard for me to do. Even when I read the description, there was like, it's easy, it's fun, it's simple. But I was still the beginning and I still know how to knit and purl. And this is No Frills by Petite Knit, and this is one of my favorite sweater. And this sweater is done by 2 yarns held together, and one of the strand is brushed drops. Of course, it's maybe not of course, but it is drops brushed alpaca silk in the color ecru, and the second one is Regia tweed. It is sock wool. I think it's 4-ply. That was the name of the yarn, but I will check and I will put everything in the description down below, or you can check it on my Ravelry page. So it is this sweater when you do this from top down. It's exactly like this, top down. So first is the neckline, then is the yoke. You have to split for the what's this? Arms? For hands? Wow, what is the name? Sleeves. Okay. So you split for the you split. Yeah, I split. It's sometimes hard. So this is the raglan, and you do the increases by adding the stitches here, and it was really nice to adjust it for my body, for the way I wanna see this sweater. I wanna have this sweater like quite of boxy, quite oversized. There's a lot of positive ease here, and it was fun to knit because it was the stockinette stitch, like you only knit. You don't have to do the purling, except for the short rows, but that was at the beginning when you start you do the neckline, then you do the short rows, and then you just knit. And for me it was a joy, it was a pleasure of knitting. When I did the swatches, the yarn I was so happy how it looks, because there's a small dots inside, not inside, but when you look closer, it's not like the colorful yarn, it's mostly gray, but with the small dots. And I'm so happy about this because it gives me really joy when I'm wearing it. It is very warm. Of course, I did a lot of mistakes here. One is at the back. I don't know why, but one of these stitch is really loosely. Like I don't know what I did, but something's happened there. And this is why I know where is the back and where is the front, because they're similar. I did my sleeves are quite long. This is how I like. No. This is my cat. Oh, okay. Okay, so when you do so when I did the sleeves, I did the wait, I have to check because one this is my cat. Hi. You're gonna lay here. Hey, one of the bind off is done as I always did, and the second one is, and I don't remember the name because it is or abandon bind off or okay, it's not abandon, it's suspended bind off. So here is normal bind off. I mistake it. Here is normal bind off, and here is the suspended bind off. And there's a lot, maybe not a lot, but there's positive ease, and there's like not. But it's comfortable for me to put my hands through this, and yeah, it's comfortable. So this is absolutely my favorite sweater. This is the one that made me believe that I can do something that is wearable, and I can be proud of this, and I can wear it, and I could wear this sweater all the time because it's warm. It is like not itchy at all. It is nice. It is, you know, like like you cover in the blanket. It's really nice. So this is the second sweater, the sweater of me believing in myself. I know. So the third sweater is if the first sweater was the sweater of finding a new passion, the second one was like finding that I can do this and I can be proud of myself. So the third is the sweater of my dream. I think I can call this like this. I'm gonna show you this watch I did last week. So I think now you know. I think now you know that this is the bubble sweater. And before I'm gonna show you my sweater, I'm gonna show you something, but I'm gonna tell you at first. When I learned how to knit when I was a child, because my mom and my grandma, they both knit, and my grandma did a sweater for my mom, and it was probably 40 years ago or something like this. And my mom, as I remember, she got the sweater forever. So it was like just a sweater in my family that I didn't pay attention. I didn't thought, oh, how it was done until the last year when I remember that, yeah, my mom got that lovely sweater, and I always, maybe not, it was not like I always wanted this sweater, but if you ask me what kind of sweater would you like to have in your wardrobe, is I will, you know, in some point I will point that one, that this is the sweater I want to have. And the sweater my grandma did for my mom was this one with lovely, I think it's purple or some kind of purple sweater. It's a cardigan with the bubbles. And I asked my grandma how she did it, and it was done by the front panel, two front panels, one of the back panel, and then no, it's not like this. Yeah, and then the sleeves. Okay, so it's this was the front panel. This was the back panel, and then there was the sleeves. And when I asked my grandma how she did the bubbles, she showed me the way she did the bubbles, and it was really hard. And I found the now you can find everything in internet, so I found the tutorial on internet, and it's a lot easier. When I did this watch, I tried a few techniques, and I hear that it is really easy to crochet the bubbles, but I didn't want that. I want them to be knit. And now I can show you the sweater of my dreams, because this is slow down, Judita, slow down. I need the yarn. Yeah. Okay, so this is Drop Slima. The number of this is 9023, and this is like 50 grams, and there's 100 meters. 65% is wool and 35 is alpaca, and you should use 4mm needles, and I'm using 4.5 and this is how far I am with this sweater, because I was trying to find some pattern, but there was nothing I want to use. So I decided that this is gonna be simple raglan cardigan, and I'll do the bubbles by myself, and I put them somewhere. So I put them somewhere and this is how far I am. I already split for the sleeves, so I'm working the body. Unfortunately, this is knitting and purling, so it's not that fast, and the rounds with the bubbles are like taking forever. But I am already here, and of course I want to do the button band, and I don't know if there will be buttons, but I will do this, and I will do the sleeves. It's gonna be quite maybe not very big, but like comfy cardigan. I hope so. I hope it's gonna be comfy I hope it's gonna be a comfy cardigan. And for the first time, I'm using the wires, the plastic, or it's not plastic, I don't know, but this, this one, and it's so easy to put stitches on hold on this, or it's so easy when you when I want to try this cardigan, and when I'm even in the middle of the round, like here I am in the middle, I just can put the wire and try it on. It's really nice. My battery is dying, so I need to change the battery. Okay, I switched the battery probably only to say goodbye to you, but let me just tell you that if you are the beginner of the journey like me, or if you're still wondering if this is something for you, all you have to do is choose yarn, choose your needle sizes, and choose some pattern and knit, because if you practice you will be better, and that's the only way, I think. It's the only way you can do this and you can have fun, and you have to see if this is fun for you. If this is fun for you, you will be better and better at every single garment you will knit. Yeah, I know this is something that gives me a joy, gives me so many happy moments, also so many frustration, but yeah, it's most of fun, most of joy, and also relax. I'm resting, knitting. Yeah, so right now I want to say big thank you if you're still here with me, if you still watch this video. Tell me from what kind of country do you watch it? I'm so curious. I want to say thank you for watching. Maybe it's not gonna be the only one episode, but we will see. And have a lovely day. Thank you again.